Naruto was an Uchiha Part 7. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So we're gonna start off with Naruto. First, we're gonna start off, before we even start, like, subscribe. Please like the video. If you don't, then I'll find you. And I'll just click the like button for you. Like, I'm not gonna kill you, okay? Just joking, okay? You know I'm joking. You're not attacking. I can't find you, so I do that. So, let's go. This channel is actually not for kids. Because really, it's actually not for kids. So, please, no one try to monetizing me, because I clearly state this is not for kids, okay? This might be a short video, because I've been really busy lately, so some videos I post will be extremely short. So let's start off. Naruto would, and if you hear noise in the background, that's my dad. He's just, I don't even know what he's doing. Exactly, so, you know that. So let's get into this water. Orochimaru would come out of nowhere. He would look like a normal genin. Sasuke and Naruto would just be confused and says, "Is that guy from the start of the Chunin exams?" Exactly. And then Naruto would just says, "Damn, I didn't know Orochimaru would come this fast." So like Orochimaru was like, then he said, he's like, "So there's 2 Uchihas. This will be more better and more fitting, since there's about 2 Uchihas I can play with." Orochimaru then first attack, he's like, the snake poofs, then Sasuke just comes in with the Sharingan activated. Orochimaru's just having a demonic smile on his face. He's like, "Yes, come boy, I shall kill you now." So Naruto's like, man, this man is creepy. Then after, as soon as Orochimaru makes one step close, one step, tries to hit Sasuke, he gets sent flying by a ginormous shuriken out of nowhere. You're like, wait, a ginormous shuriken? Yes, Naruto has scroll seals now. He's like, what the flip? Where did this come from? It's the other Uchiha. Naruto Uzumaki, or should I say Naruto Uchiha in his head. Sasuke is like, good. Now he's like completely vulnerable. Orochimaru tries to dodge the attack, but Sasuke comes on top of him. He's like, damn, son, this man is good. And then he just gets kicked to the ground by Sasuke. He hits the ground, falling from the tree branch he was trying to land on. And then Sasuke just uses this dude as a landing pad. And then Naruto just comes right underneath Orochimaru. Orochimaru's like, flip. Oh no. Naruto just gives him a look. Orochimaru closes his eyes not to get put under genjutsu, because he knows he can't break it. Because he can tell Naruto's gonna put a genjutsu on him. A deadly one. Yes, Naruto's been practicing with the Sharingan. He can now put a genjutsu where if you break the genjutsu, it's technically layers of genjutsu. You will just be sitting there all the time, breaking each and every genjutsu, each path. So you're like, but you're making Naruto overpowered. The only thing where you can break this genjutsu, the only way you can get this genjutsu is by looking into his eyes. And many shinobi won't because it takes him. He has to activate his Sharingan, and then he has to like. He has to do it. He has to look at your eyes for at least 2-3 seconds for you to get put under this genjutsu. Even though you try closing your eyes, you're still gonna be put under it. Orochimaru just sees, he's like, what the? His eyes widen as soon as he realizes something. You just see Naruto's like, 1, 2, 3. Saying that, and then Orochimaru's like, what? It's like, what? And then Naruto just activates his Sharingan. And then looks at Orochimaru's eyes. Orochimaru, who's looking and staring directly at him, he's like, wait, what the flip? And he also has to see the direction your eyes are looking, and he's like, wait, what? No! Then Orochimaru feels him not getting pushed down anymore. And then after he notices that he sees Sasuke and Naruto, Orochimaru is technically just fighting them. Meanwhile, in the real world, Naruto and Sasuke is like, you better leave. How long is that genjutsu gonna last? A lot of times. About 5 hours. I create, you're like, wait. How did you create that genjutsu? Like, wait, how can you make a genjutsu 5 hours? Straight. Pretty simple. Make the genjutsu 5 hours to design it to time Kakashi. He designs it for Sakura to be able to time Kakashi so that he won't get late. And it pretty much works well. Kakashi gets late and the genjutsu hits 0. You just time Kakashi, and Kakashi, if he gets late one more time, he gets tied up to a pole. Sad day for Kakashi. So they just leave, and quickly before they leave, Naruto just punches Orochimaru in the stomach, making him just keeps on punching him, making him spit and cough up, and then punches him hard, and then feels the scroll, uses his finger, feels the scroll, poof, makes him throw the scroll up, and then after grabs it with his hand and puts it, and then after Sakura's like, oh gosh, that hurt, and then Naruto throws it over to Sakura, and Sakura's like, ew, I'm not carrying this, and then after Naruto's like, you have to. You can't do that without, you have, sometimes as a shinobi, you gotta get your hands dirty. Sakura's like, what the Sakura's like, I hate you, Naruto. Naruto's like, you can hate me all you want, but you can't kill me? After that, Sakura's like, Sakura's just getting even more madder and madder. I'm like, you can't hate me? Sakura she just starts holding the scroll up. She's like, ew. This feels so disgusting. So technically Naruto's like, starts walking away, and he's like, he just starts walking away, and he's like, and by this time Orochimaru thinks that he's getting Sasuke's body and getting Naruto's body over and over and over again. He's like, he's technically just biting himself on putting curse marks for 5 whole hours. Orochimaru's just standing here like, and as soon as Orochimaru just realizes one thing, when he tries to leave, he gets put in the same thing and resets. Then he's like, a genjutsu. He releases it. And then after all he just sees is his body weakening. And then after Orochimaru tries getting out, but there's one thing, he tries leaving, it rewrites. He's just technically releasing genjutsu over genjutsu until he releases a burst of chakra out. That's why it was 5 hours. And then after Naruto just says Orochimaru's released it. The worst part is now his body's weak. And he's like, One thing Orochimaru forgot. Never play with kids when one kid knows a genjutsu that lasts for 5 hours. For 5 hours. Well, Sasuke does not get the curse mark. Orochimaru now feels pain. From his neck.
Okay.
Because, like, this dude has gotten bitten by his own curse mark. And he can't release the jutsu. So, kids, this is the reason why you don't be like Orochimaru. Just joking. Orochimaru's just like, Orochimaru tries to take his tongue out, but he's on another genjutsu yet again. Then he finally gets off and releases his chakra really high in the real world to signal Kabuto, bro, I need your help. And Kabuto just pops up, he sees Orochimaru's state, he's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the heck? And Orochimaru's like, and then he just sees, he goes up to Orochimaru, starts studying and realizes that he's in a genjutsu. Then it says, release. Releasing all the genjutsu. Orochimaru's like, Kabuto. And then Kabuto finally shut up. And then Orochimaru's then all you just see is a ton of curse marks all over. Kabuto takes him to the hideout, and all you just see, everything you see is a ton of curse marks all on his body. Like every single place on his body. Curse marks. Just curse marks everywhere. Like freaking curse marks are everywhere. Every single place there's a curse mark. So we're like, wait, what? So Orochimaru's like, he's like, that Uchiha brought Naruto. He shows some potential. If I were to only get his body, after that, then that type of genjutsu he used, I will be able to use it and be able to make powerful specimens. And then after Orochimaru just groans in pain because of the curse marks. And then Orochimaru has to be put in a coffin for like 1 month. So he will create the whole entire thing. Meanwhile, Sasuke, Dad, can you please lower it down? So like, Sasuke's like, what the So Sasuke's like, ha ha. Sasuke's like, that's fun. And after he starts discussing to Naruto, he's like, as soon as they get there, they're 1 hour. That was only like 10 minutes in the exams. And they're able to beat Orochimaru up so badly. So because Sasuke also gained a lot of power after Naruto put him under genjutsu, and the fight showed him the way to perform the same genjutsu, meaning that he was put on it twice by 2 separate people. So, Dad. Naruto secondly like, what the flip? Sasuke like, so you put him under a severe genjutsu, and he's a legendary shinobi trained by the third Hokage himself when he was a child? Yes. So Sasuke says, so that's the reason why we had to dip out of there, or we would have become his lackeys or slaves. And he was mainly after us. And since he was after us, he would probably also take you too, Sakura. So that he could probably do experiments. And maybe even have killed you. Sakura just shivers. And then Naruto and Sasuke just go up to the rooms around that area. Everyone was surprised to see Naruto, Sasuke, and the rest of Team 7. Because they know Team 7 is sort of like a weaker team to be able to do this. So they just all the Jonins were technically just confused about how Kakashi's team was able to do that in 1 second, in 10 and 15 minutes, setting a new record bigger than Minato. So, Silent Meditator son beat you. But then Kakashi just pops up and he's like, and Aruka spends blah blah blah, says he's congratulating them and all that. So, and then after the fights begin, and that's when I'm ending it off. No, that's not when I'm ending it off. Sasuke fights the dude that's from the Sound. The Sound Genin who tried to initially attack them first. I forgot to say this, but the Sound Genin who tried to attack them. Oh yeah, they're knocked out. Naruto and Sasuke came up with 4 scrolls because Sound Genins, and they had 2 scrolls, and then a lot of Sound Genins tried to attack them. So they got like a ton of scrolls. And then Kakashi was surprised that they got a bunch of scrolls. And then Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were both like, when they came up, all you just see is Iruka get summoned, and then after Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura they just grab a bag of scrolls they had, and then after they're like, oh, we gotta return this, and just start dumping it down in front of every single person, and everybody's eyes almost pop out, and they're like, what the fuck? They're surprised, they're like, oh gosh, and then Kakashi's this sweat drop, he's like, how many scrolls did you guys get exactly? Good. 15, 25, and 16. Exactly got the low 6. Everyone was like, Kakashi, are you sure your team's gonna get worse? Kakashi, are you sure you did not train them that bad? Okay. So then the fights happen. Sasuke defeats his opponent, and then it happens as a canon. Sasuke's fight goes the same, but Sasuke's fight goes the same. Naruto's goes completely different. He gets hit he just gets hit constantly. Kiba's fight, it ends just in 5 minutes. That's how stupid and weak Kiba is. So Kiba's like, so Naruto just starts boxing Kiba right. As soon as Kiba starts doing Fang over Fang, he just goes, and as soon as he hits, like he just starts doing Fang over Fang, then Naruto pulls out his book and just dodges, and then after the first shot, then after out of nowhere, Naruto is like, Kiba just starts doing Fang over Fang, and then after he does Fang over Fang so fast that barely anyone can see except for the Jonins. And then Naruto just afterwards shutting him a bit. And then as soon as Kiba goes, Naruto grabs Kiba's hand and then stops the Fang over Fang. Kiba's just getting held up. Akamaru was wild. He's like, then Naruto's like, let me show you my Fang over Fang. He's like, Wind style. Wind tornado. Naruto's like, Fang. Oh, he's like Fang tornado. Fang tornado. Naruto just starts spinning himself, creating a whole entire tornado. I was just saying Kiba just spinning, he's like, and then Naruto just let go, and Kiba and Akamaru go spinning out of control and hit their heads on the walls. And then Naruto's like, that's done. Kiba's like, whoa, that attack though, that was cool. It's like he defeated me, but though. I can collab with Naruto and create an ultimate attack. It just sends Kiba bulleting everywhere. He's like, what the heck? How? But this is kind of, he's like, Kiba's not dizzy because he's used to spinning everywhere. It's like, wait, this is actually a cool attack. What if me and Akamaru made this attack so cool? If me and Naruto were to make a collaboration, a jutsu attack, that would be cool. Then me and him will be defeated. But though, I still got defeated. I still have to deal with mom. It's like, everyone has to duck. And then Kiba's like, you made yourself vulnerable. And Kiba in his head, he's like, this can be an attack though. Kiba's just throwing kunai everywhere. Because he's trying to get Naruto and he's spinning everywhere. So he's trying to aim. And everything is going bulleting everywhere. You just see someone bullet. So he's bulleting. Like everything is bulleting around. And everyone has to go down and duck. And all you just see is Naruto who's like... Naruto just throws a ton. He just throws 2 or 3 kunais. As soon as it hits, I don't know. Naruto just jumps up in the air and just starts throwing kunais. He's like... Just throws 2 kunais. He's like... Kiba created some clones of himself, so... Yes, all you just see is a ton of Kiba clones hanging right in the air. And on the walls, they're like, what the flip? It looks like, it's like, hey, you almost hit me. And after, you just see Kiba who's like, you see someone who's like, oh my days, that was a big clone. And everyone just sees that, he's like, and then the real Kiba is just hanging. Naruto just gave him a wedgie with a kunai. His underpants are saying, he's like, ow, fuck. And everyone, you can see his Kiba's like, my head. He's like, oh, my head. Everyone just was doing one, just laughing. They're like, you just see that, and everyone's like, As usual, Sakura and just tie. And this is the part where I end off. Goodbye.